Dead by Daylight's been busy today with not only dropping a new update on Memorial Day, but they also dropped their May developers. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to hop over, we're going to take a look. I'm also going to drop another video later today breaking down the actual update itself. And that way you can kind of get the full feel of what Dead by Daylight did today. The good old-fashioned May 2025 developer update, the 9.0.0 update, will be here before you know it. This is our anniversary update. So it's once again time to take a look at notable game changes you can expect tomorrow's PTB. As with last time, stay tuned for the PTB patch notes where they'll be share the precise values that are changing for everything. Now, they are doing a live stream tomorrow, and then the PTB will go live, and you'll have the update for those notes then. First thing, major update going next prevention. Added a system that identifies when survivors sacrifice is intentional attempt to going next. If a player is identified as going next, they will receive a disconnect penalty. Remove the option to self unhook on first hook stage unless they have one of the following equipped: slippery meat, up the ante, a luck offering. Added unlocks that ability to attempt to unhook yourself affect the luck offering. Survivors are no longer instantly killed after 2 struggling skill checks without any input. Interesting. This disconnect penalty system is not active on the PTB, so certain facets of the going next penalization will not be available to test. So this is not going to be on the PTB tomorrow, so you can't try to kill yourself to see how it works. We've made the above changes in order to tackle going next from 2 directions, penalizing repeat offenses, limiting exploiting of self unhooks. By restricting early match self unhooks to specific perks and offerings, this still allows players to work it into their strategy while limiting cases where it's used in bad faith. Extreme hiding update, okay? Updated AFK detection system. If a player is considered AFK, crows will gradually begin spawning above the survivor, beginning with 1 and capping at 3. Once the survivor has 3 crows following, they lose collision with other players. So you basically become a ghost. Dev note. With this update, we've adjusted how the game identifies players who have stopped contributing to the match. While the crow system largely functions as before, an additional effect at 3 crow prevents survivors from intentionally griefing teammates with body blocking while also preventing the killer from holding survivors hostage. The Bloodweb spending improvement medium update. Added an auto Bloodweb button, which allows you to set how many levels you want to automatically progress through, blood points permitting. It's no secret that one of the most common community requests, so we're excited to put this into your hands. It's what it says in the tin, so check out this GIF. Even better, we removed some recurring pop-ups after you see them once you make the blood whip even more snappy. I don't like the fact that like you can't set what you want though. Like say I just wanted to do nothing but bloodies and brand new parts. I can't do that. So this is a little, I don't know. I feel like it needs a little bit of tweaking, but I get why people just be like, fuck it, I don't care. Mori update. Updated the Moris system so that now it can be activated when 2 or more survivors are dead and the following occurs. The second last survivor is hooked and on struggle phase. The final survivor is on the following states: health, injured, dying. Well, with this change, the killers will be able to activate their Mori earlier so long as victory is assured, removing the need to wait for the hooked survivor to be sacrificed. This will allow players on both sides to get back to action sooner. I actually really liked it. There's plenty of times when I've been playing killer, I slugged both survivors, I hooked one, the other one's not getting up, they don't have some kind of perk to prevent them from doing so, and you're just waiting. You're like, I'm gonna Mori them, but if I pick them up, they might get off, so I'm going to Mori them, and now you can just go ahead and do it. Map offering updates. Map offering grants a flat percentage chance of being sent to the associated realm. This chance is no longer a guarantee. Map offerings no longer stack their effects. Map and gameplay affected offerings are treated as secret during the loading screen reveal. So you're not going to be like, oh shit, we're going to RPD. By making map and gameplay affecting offerings secret on the loading screens, our intention is to preserve element of surprise, preventing the opposing role from starting the match with knowledge of your strategy. Medium update, spawn rules updates. Okay, adjust the following spawn rules. Survivors spawn as close together as possible. Survivors spawn on the same floor when applicable. The killer will not spawn at the center of small maps. Change the name of Shroud of Separation to Shroud of Vanishing, and change its effect to nullify offerings that change survivor spawn locations. Change the name of Shroud of Binding to Shroud of Separation, and change its effect to spawn survivors apart from one another. With these changes to spawn rules, players will find their spawn location be more consistent when not affected by offerings. We also know certain Shroud offerings have historically worked counter to what each role might want, so we've adjusted them to better align with these expectations. Minor update, gamma adjustment setting. Added video category to graphics menu, added brightness setting to video category to adjust gamma. This is just to get better vision. Here we go. Lowest setting, highest setting. Okay, cool. Custom match improvements. Increased spectator slots to custom games to 5. Added hotkey inputs to custom game spectating to quickly switch the view to a specific character and cycle through characters one by one. Added controller support to the above improvements. Not only is Custom Match a way to easily play with friends, it's a valuable tool for coordinating tournament play. To help streamline its use in these environments, we've added hotkey support to various methods of view switching to make casting on the fly even easier. Plus, with these increased spectator slots, tournament organizers have the opportunity to give viewers visibility of all players in the match at once. Even better, we have improvements coming to Custom Match in a future update. Stay tuned for more on that. We have some killer updates. Adjusted several add-ons to the artist. Overall, the artist in the solid plays balance-wise both useful add-ons and a meaningful change how her kit works. To encourage more pick variety among these, we've adjusted her top and bottom performing add-ons to bring their usefulness more in line with others. Stay tuned for patch notes tomorrow. Okay. Vecna. All of the Lich's spells are available at the start of trial. Reduce cooldowns of all spells. Dispelling Sphere projectiles move quickly when first cast and slow downs over time. Increase the killer's instinct duration once survivors exit Dispelling Spear. Increase the attack cooldown period of after fly ends. Increase the duration of movement speed of fly. Adjusted mage hand hold time to make it consistent for both killers and survivors, resolving a known bug. Increase the effects of magic items when casting the associated spells. Adjusted several add-ons. For the Lich, much of his power focused on providing utility over reliably injuring survivors. We've adjusted 4 spells to increase the frequency in which they can be used to ensure there's more spells slinging, while quality of life adjustments help make these spells feel smoother to use. On the survivor side of things, we also want to ensure magic items feel more viable for countering each spell, so we're buffing them slightly. Killer perks. Updated Call of Brine, Dark Devotion, Hex Retribution, Machine Learning, Superior Anatomy, Terminus, Thrilling Tremors, and Thwack. We've adjusted all the values of these perks, which boost lower pick rates and introduce small buffs to increase their viability. Stay tuned for the patch notes tomorrow on these changes. Updated Botany Knowledge, Champion of Light, Counterforce, Desperate Measures, Light-Footed Exaltation, and Empathetic Connection. Similar to above, we've updated See More tomorrow. So this is kind of interesting, yet kind of vague at the same time. We do know a lot that's coming in the PTB tomorrow, although I would have really liked to try the new Survivor Go Next system. I would love to see how that, and I'm so tired of playing Survivor, especially if I solo queue and have it where no one wants to play against that killer. Like, say, I get it, you get a Kaneki, or in my case, you get a Legion. I fucking hate Legion players. But you just don't want to play against, so you get hooked and you're just like, I'm going to go next. Well, now they're going to consider that a DC, and I can see where they're coming from that. It does suck, though, for the survivor who just wanted to get out of that game because they're playing against something they don't enjoy. But I can see where they're coming from because it does make the survivor experience much worse when you have someone immediately throw the game, become a bot, and then the bot's doing bot things. So I completely understand it. Let me know, though, what you think of these upcoming changes on the PTB tomorrow or in the upcoming update for the anniversary. As always, thank you for watching, and later, mates.